So very recently I graduated college. And to avoid an existential crisis, I took a little bit of a walk and started thinking about what are some of my goals in the upcoming future now that I'm not in college. I'd like to make a ton of money, but I don't really feel like getting a job, so what physical activity can I do? For about 8 years now, I've been competing in track and field, both at high school and collegiate level, and I've been looking to switch it up. I've been getting really into watching combat sports, so I thought maybe I'll give BJJ a try. Then I looked at how expensive it is to join a BJJ gym, and I thought, okay, maybe I can be one of these hybrid athlete guys. They're pretty popular, looks fun. And then I realized that losing all my strength and power and running long distances sucks, and I don't want to do it. So it always seems to come back to weightlifting. How can I get better at weightlifting? How can I beat my best total ever? Every time I improve at something else, I just think, I'm probably getting worse at weightlifting. So I decided maybe I should just go all in and see how good I can get at weightlifting. But then I thought to myself, what goal am I really chasing in weightlifting? What do I even want out of this? Obviously, there's an element of personal enjoyment. I really enjoy the sport and I want to continue to do it. But if I'm really gonna motivate myself, I think I need to pick a bigger and larger goal. So then I scoured the internet for a while looking for potential goals that I could chase. And that in particular led me to the USA Weightlifting page. And from then on, I went and took a look at their qualifying totals. Just out of curiosity. I was mainly interested because with the new body weights, I kind of wanted to see how the totals were going to change, how they compared to last year's. And then I realized it's actually maybe not that hard for me to qualify. Especially when it comes to the under 25, which I am, I don't think it'll be that hard. And for those of you saying that sounds really ignorant and you're in over your head on this, to that I say, shut up. You're talking to a former Division III track and field athlete, and I did plenty of Olympic lifting throughout my college career. And I actually did an 84 kilo hang power snatch as well as a 105 kilo hang power clean. Are these numbers astounding? No, but they do give me a 189 kilo total at an 81 kilo body weight. So actually, it only puts me 31 kilograms off of the qualifying total for a weight class that I can still gain 7 kilos and be in. So I really don't think it's unfeasible. Alright, so I'm sitting here editing my video and I'm slowly coming to the realization that I don't really have any ideas for how I'm going to go about this. So just give me a minute here. I want to be pretty honest in saying if you asked me to complete that 180 kilo total right now, I probably couldn't do it. My legs are incredibly weak. And if you haven't noticed, I'm actually pretty small. At the moment, I'm damn near emaciated. I haven't been lifting and eating like I need to. I'm actually currently doing an internship in the state of North Carolina. Won't necessarily say where because I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, but it's really preoccupying my time. And I can't allocate my energy and time into weightlifting like I would typically want to. Regardless, I decided to sit down and start to concoct a plan for exactly how I would go about Operation 220. Essentially, there's 4 different stages. Stage 1, naturally, get as jacked as possible. I need to get some of my muscle back. I cannot walk out onto the competition platform looking like a skinny little tiny baby. I do not have the PEDs to pull off big weights with this little muscle mass. The next step will be converting that newfound muscle into strength. This will be the basic strength phase. I'm going to be incorporating a lot of Olympic lifting, but I won't exactly be trying to peak it or push weights incredibly heavy when it comes to specifically the snatch and the clean and jerk, i.e. I'm going to be really pushing my squats and my pulls. Don't worry though, I'm going to make sure to include a healthy and generous amount of ego lifting in this portion because pushing numbers makes me feel pretty good. Naturally, the last stage, getting good at the snatch and the clean and jerk. This is of course the most important portion if I'm going to actually qualify. And of course, then become world champion and move to a country ending in the word STEM, spending the rest of my days in a sick training room with funky house music playing at all times. Maybe not the last part, that's kind of just a personal hope. I don't think that part's gonna happen. But let's start getting into specifics. So phase 1, the bodybuilding phase. Like I said earlier, I need to put on some form of muscle mass. If you don't know why you would, but I'm about 6'1" or 1.85 meters or centimeters. But I only actually weigh about 81 kilos body weight at the moment. And if you know anything about the weight classes and guys in the weight classes, that's really weird. Guys like Mezzo Hasona are 5'10" or 178 centimeters, and they outweigh me by about 20 kilos. Basically, I needed to get started working on a plan to not be skinny. So I sat down for a while, edited this video as well, and started powering up that Excel sheet, working my magic. And eventually, I came up with the finished product that you can see right here. Is it perfect in any way, shape, or form? Not even remotely. Actually, not even in the ballpark. I really only have 3 days a week available to lift to me, and 2 of those lifts will be happening at 3:30 in the morning because that's just what my work schedule allows me to do at the moment. And you know what? That's all right. We're gonna work with what we got. Having done so much weightlifting in the past, my lower body development is actually pretty good in terms of mass. It's my upper body that's really skinny. So if you'll notice, it's really geared towards building volume for my upper body, something that I really haven't done enough of in the past to gain any considerable amount of muscle mass. And still get told after 5-6 years of lifting weights, do you work out? You can imagine the incredible wonders that does for my self-esteem and pride, but this will no longer be an issue so long as I stick to the plan and eat my food. Now, of course, this is just 1 week of the plan. I'd be willing to share how I'm gonna progress it and some ideas, as well as talk about how it's actually going, the progress I'm making. I'd love to talk about this more in the future. Again, I am kind of planning on qualifying for US Nationals, which would be pretty cool to document if I actually did that. Those are just some of my plans for the near future. Let me know if you want to see more of it. You want to know some of the details of what I'm going to be up to. I'd love to talk about this more in the future, just like all the other topics on my channel. But this in particular, I'd be super, super thrilled to document. Let me know what you think down below. Like, subscribe, share, all the good stuff. Thank you. Take care.